You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. The government is committed to a fair distribution of development allocations for each state, regardless of whether they are under the ruling party or the opposition. According to Economic Affairs Minister Dato Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali, the details of the allocation is being formulated and will be presented during the tabling of Budget 2019 in October.
Kerajaan Persekutuan akan terus komited memberikan peruntukan pembangunan secara adil dan saksama dan mengikut keperluan kepada semua kerajaan negeri tanpa memilih sama ada kerajaan negeri yang dibentuk itu daripada parti pemerintah ataupun parti pembangkang. Penyaluran peruntukan pembangunan ini akan dizahirkan dalam hala tuju baru kajian separuh penggal rancangan Malaysia yang ke-11 yang sedang dirangka dan akan dibentangkan pada bulan Oktober 2018 ini.
Previously, opposition members had appealed to the Pakatan Harapan government to practice a fair distribution of funds to all states. The mechanism and implementation of the whole second phase of the Borneo Highway is undergoing a technical study that will be finalized soon with the cooperation of the Finance Ministry and the Sabah and Sarawak state governments. Works Minister Barubian told the Dewan Rakyat today the Sarawak section of the highway, now under construction, would have a major impact on the state and the people, including in terms of social-economic development, and as such, a thorough study is necessary.
Kita harus teruskan, tetapi kita akan menelitikan dari segi kewangan. Itu satu perkara yang kita menghadapi saat ini. Dan selepas ini baru kita memberi satu keputusan yang utama.
Baru added that the highway project in Sarawak also involved the upgrading of existing roads to 4 lanes over 706 kilometers that covered the implementation under the first phase in 35 packages. He said the 12 packages under construction would continue to be implemented, while the remaining 23 packages were still in various stages of implementation. The government has yet to set a closing date for the Tabung Harapan Negara. Speaking in Parliament today, Deputy Finance Minister Dato Amiruddin Hamzah disclosed that the Tabung Harapan Negara Fund has collected 161,896,353 ringgit and 60 cents, with up to 280,002 online contributors to date.
Kini pihak kerajaan belum menetapkan bila kita nak hadkan tempoh penerimaan tabung harapan Malaysia ini. Saya ingat buat masa ini masih ramai dan tiap-tiap hari kita masih mendapat sumbangan dari pihak orang ramai. Yang saya sebutkan tadi bukan saja daripada dalam negeri, bahkan daripada luar negara juga kita mendapat sumbangan melebihi 10 juta.
Dato Amiruddin also announced that tax breaks will be awarded for the total value of donations to the government, including the contributions to Tabung Harapan Fund. The Tabung Harapan Fund was set up after numerous Malaysians expressed a desire to donate to help the country alleviate its national debt, which was now more than 1 trillion ringgit. The close proximity between the immigration counters, road charge counters and touch-and-go lanes are seen as one of the main causes of traffic congestion at the Johor Customs Immigration and Quarantine or CIQ entry points. Other contributing factors include the tendency for motorists to use lanes located at the B and C zone compared to the A and D zone. Chairman of the CIQ Special Task Committee at Bangunan Sultan Iskandar or BSI, Andrew Chen Ka-eng, said an estimated 10 seconds is wasted each time a motorist checks himself into the country, as 2 other counters are located nearby. Chen, who is also Stulang MP, said a meeting will be held with the Home Ministry, Transport Ministry and the Works Ministry to tackle the issue.
Panel sentuhan RC Toll Plus dialihkan ke tempat yang sama dengan kaunter imigresen. Ini pastinya boleh membantu mengurangkan kesesakan lalu lintas di bahagian inbound laluan kereta CIQ BSI.
Chan hopes that sufficient auxiliary police and RELA officers will be provided during peak hours to ensure smooth traffic flow and redirect traffic to Zone A and D. Between January and June of 2018, the average number of vehicles at the CIQ-BSI entry point was over 96,000 vehicles a day. The Ministry of Education is reviewing the building of infrastructure for disabled persons, especially in schools, with numerous disabled students. Now, in view of this, the process to improve disabled-friendly infrastructure will be implemented in stages, beginning with special education schools. According to Deputy Education Minister Teo Nee Chin, ramps, washrooms, handrails and parking facilities will be amongst the infrastructures that will be built.
Perhatian juga diberikan kepada aspek peruntukan pendidikan khas di sekolah-sekolah kerajaan bagi tujuan melatih guru, memberi kelengkapan kelas dan menambah bilangan tempat yang boleh disediakan.
Speaking in Parliament today, Teo said the ministry will focus on the teaching and learning of skills in suitable academics according to the disability level of the special needs students. Teo added that the disabled students will be screened before being placed in inclusive education programs, special needs integrated programs or special needs schools. Now, police are on the hunt for a suspect who is wanted for grievously hurting another in a fight which occurred at Kampung Tanjung Gelam, Mengabang Teleport in Terengganu on July the 7th. The main suspect, identified as Cik Rozidi Amri Abu Bakar or Sidi, 47, was believed to have fled after learning that police are tracking him. Kuala Terengganu Deputy Police Chief Superintendent Sufian Sulaiman confirmed that the suspect had used a knife tied to a PVC pipe to stab the victim.
Dalam pergaduhan tersebut, mangsa mendapat kecederaan di tepi sini, tepi kiri, dada sebelah kiri lah, di beramperan dengan ketiak dia. So, laporan pakar perubatan iaitu doktor mengesahkan bahawa memang kecederaan itu disebabkan oleh senjata tajam dan lebih kurang berukuran 2 cm.
He added that the suspect at large is believed to be still hiding in Terengganu. He advised those with information on the suspect's whereabouts to contact the nearest police station. The case is now being investigated under Section 326 of the Penal Code, punishable with a 20-year prison sentence, a fine and caning. Paramu Fire and Rescue Station Chief was charged in the Kuantan Sessions Court today with 10 counts of using his position to award contracts worth over 36,000 ringgit to a company belonging to his wife. Now, Sheikh Hassan Sheikh Zainuddin, 53, pleaded not guilty to all the charges read out to him before Judge Muhammad Ghazali Muhammad Taib. Sheikh Hassan was charged with using his position for gratification by awarding contracts to his wife, the owner of Puncak Cahaya Azam Enterprise, for the supply of food for various programs held at the station between March of 2014 and August the 3rd of 2015. The contracts were worth between 1,075 and 7,500 ringgit each. He was charged under Section 23 subsection 1 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or MECC Act, which carries a jail sentence of up to 20 years and fine of not less than 5 times the sum or value of the gratification or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher if found guilty. Judge Muhammad Ghazali set bail at 5,000 ringgit with one surety on all the charges and fixed August 16th for remention. MACC Deputy Public Prosecutor Muhammad Fadli Muhammad Zamri prosecuted while the accused was represented by Datuk Syed Azimat Amir Syed Abu Bakar. Kedah Police are looking for a witness in a drug-related case to testify in court. Nur Hasnida Muhammad Yusof, 39, is required to present herself at the Allocation High Court to testify in a drug-related case under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. Kota Star District Police Chief ACP Muhammad Rozi Jidin in a statement today said Nur Hasnida is believed to be from Bandar Amanjaya, Sungai Petani in Kedah. However, her last known address was in Lintasan Padang Kampung Tersusun, Ulu Kinta in Perak. Police are urging Nur Hasnida to contact the investigation officer as the number shown on the screen. Members of the public who have any information of Nur Hasnida's whereabouts should also contact the investigating officer. Tabung Haji has advised Malaysian pilgrims to take advantage of its services and post their goods home for their convenience. Now, Tabung Haji External Services Unit Manager Akmal Abdul Rahim said this would also save them from being imposed charges for overweight baggage, which would cost more than posting the items back to Malaysia. According to Akmal, the rates for the goods delivery service to Malaysia were 16 Saudi Riyal per kilogram for the peninsula and 20 Saudi Riyal per kilogram for Sabah and Sarawak. He added that the charges for the delivery of 10 litres of Zamzam water were 130 Saudi Riyal for Peninsular Malaysia and 150 Saudi Riyal for Sabah and Sarawak. In terms of parcel delivery, he added the 4 vendors for this year's Hajj season are Post Malaysia, Nationwide Express, Shah Cargo Forwarding and Koperasi Tabung Haji Malaysia.
Kita dah dengan 4 syarikat ni, kita dah ada agreement 2 campur 1. 2 tahun campur, ini 1 tahun yang terakhir lah untuk mereka. Jadi setakat ni saya tengok 2 tahun ni memang 4 syarikat ni dah. Kita tengok 2 tahun kebelakangan ni memang prestasi mereka baik dan kita lanjutkan 1 tahun lagi. Tahun depan kita akan nilai semula dan juga kita akan analisa baliklah sama ada mereka ni boleh meneruskan khidmat mereka ataupun tidak.
Akmal said the Tabung Haji External Services Unit will always monitor all the services offered to pilgrims by these vendors to ensure they are in compliance with the standard operating procedures. He added that the parcels will be delivered right to their doorstep within 2 weeks of postage.
InsyaAllah, Alhamdulillah, baiklah. Baguslah, memudahkan. Jadi kita kalau dah sampai awal ni, kalau kita beli terus post, jadi bila dah pergi Mekah kita tak payah fikir-fikir lagi dah. Kita boleh tumpukan kepada ibadat haji lah.
Sungguh memuaskan, rasa syukur alhamdulillah lah. Ada barang-barang nak dihantar. Tu Hajar rasa macam tak perlu membebankan kita untuk bawa balik ke tanah air kan. So alhamdulillah, pos laju pun okey, barang-barang sini pun boleh tahan harga.
A short-term solution to reduce congestion at the Pulau Pinang International Airport by optimizing the terminals will be implemented and completed by February of 2019. Chief Minister Chow Kong Yeow said Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad, or MAHB, is now in the process of preparing tender documents to appoint contractors for terminal optimization works. The minister said the move is a short-term measure to reduce congestion at the airport during peak hours. Chow said the airport was designed to accommodate up to 6.5 million passengers each year, but it recorded 7.2 million passengers last year.
Kita berharap Kementerian Pengangkutan ataupun Malaysian Airport Authority dapatlah berhubung dengan Kerajaan Negeri Pulau Pinang, khususnya Perbadanan Pembangunan Negeri Pulau Pinang, untuk sama-sama memajukan projek pembesaran lapangan terbang bayang lepas.
Speaking to reporters at the Comta building in Georgetown today, he said that the airport sees a passenger increase of about 10% each year, and the need to expand its capacity is crucial to cater to the increasing number of passengers. MAHB has stated it will expand the airport capacity to 12 million passengers per annum and is now in the process of appointing a consultant through open tender. The cost of the expansion project is dependent on detailed studies, which will be undertaken by the consultant. The proposed 20% oil royalty payment to producing states cannot be implemented yet as it contravenes the Petroleum Development Act 1974. Now, Economic Affairs Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali said the implementation of the proposal will take time as the provisions of the Act needs to be amended first. Speaking in Parliament today, Datuk Sri Muhammad Azmin said if the government were to double the existing royalty percentage without the amendments, it will have serious financial implications on Petronas and other oil and gas companies.
Selain untuk mengekalkan keyakinan pelabur asing dalam industri minyak dan gas, penelitian terperinci juga perlu diambil bagi mengelakkan aktiviti pengeluaran minyak dan gas Petronas khasnya di Sabah dan Sarawak terjejas kerana peningkatan bayaran tunai kepada 20%.
He also said that a special cabinet committee has been formed comprising experts from all producing states including Sabah and Sarawak. He added that the committee will have 6 months to study and draw up recommendations agreeable to all parties involved and then present these findings to the cabinet. And that item concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, at least 25 killed in a blast as Pakistan goes to the polls. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates. Until then, I'm Adrian Seat. Good night. Thanks for watching.